morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So I got a question here from a couple of people, and I just chose to get on here to answer a few of them. And I thought to just go live and do this because just doing it, recording a video, my camera is kind of messing up these few days, and so I thought to just go live. Sorry, guys, I just woke up. It's so hot here. I'm tired. I thought to just go live and answer your questions really quick, and hopefully this gonna come up better than me doing a recording, because recording and editing, I'm having some difficulties with my camera. So until I can get that settled, um we're just gonna go live and answer your questions, because I know you need answers to these questions. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read some of them here really quick, and we're just going to go ahead and find answers. I know one of them was concerned about, I just talked to the person through comments, and they wanted to know the interview wait time for Zambia, Lusaka, he or she said. I'm sorry if I'm not getting the gender right. So I just wanted us to go through this together. I'm not sure because you did not mention what category of visa. You did not mention your visa category. So I just want us to go through this really quick together, and you can be able to see I'm on the state website right now. So as we can see here, the first category is going to be for student exchange visa. Those are student visa categories, F, M, and J. And then the second category is for H, L, O, P, and Q, which mostly are working-based visa, employment-based. And then the third category is for C, D, C, and D visas. And then the final category is for B visa, like visiting visas and investment visa, B visa. Those are the visas for the final category. So we're just gonna scroll down right now and find your embassy. You said Lusaka, Zambia. So let's just go through this really quick. And I might have to edit this in YouTube Studio, because my editing is just, I'm not sure what's going on, but my camera keeps going off. Every time I try to record, it keeps shutting off. And so, yeah, we're here, Lusaka. You're right here, as you can see. So, yep, you're right here. Lusaka, this is student category. If you can recall, student category is 31 days wait time. The next one was for petition-based visas. So these are 47 days wait time. And then the next one was employment-based visas, another 147 days wait time. And then the final one was the visiting visas, B visa category. So that's another 147 days wait time. So I'm not sure, you did not mention what visa category you're in, that you're waiting for interview. So yeah, these are the interview wait times, as you can see. And so hopefully this helps to answer your question. And there was another question from somebody else that I wanted to answer really quickly. Another person was asking about, I think, administrative processing they're on. So let me go really quick to that. Let me find that really quickly. Administrative processing, I know it's always somewhere here at the bottom. Okay, here we go. So administrative processing, here you see what they say. These estimates do not include wait times, do not include time required for administrative processing, which may affect some applications. When administrative processing is required, the timing will vary based on individual circumstances of each case. So I'm not sure what the circumstance of your case is, but I think if I can record from your question, from your comment, you said you had an interview in June and your passport is still at the embassy and they issue you an administrative processing paper. You did not really state what's on the paper. What are they requesting? Because usually I know um, from talking with a couple of people before who were on administrative processing, I know sometimes they state on that paper what is it that you're required to show up with or to send back at the embassy, but you did not state. So if you can look on the paper they gave you, the paperwork they gave you, or the piece of paper that whoever your excuse me, whoever did your interview, they must have given you a piece of paper and written something on it that maybe you have to follow up with. You either have to carry that piece of document or something that you have to do on that paper, or just maybe the reason for your administrative processing. It should be written on that paper. So if you can just search through your documents and find that and go through it, then you might be able to find out the reason and how to address that. So we see here to say administrative processing information. There are only two possible outcomes for U.S. visa applications. The consular officer will either issue or refuse the visa. If a visa applicant has not established that he or she is eligible for a visa, the consular officer must refuse that application. However, some refused visa applications may require further administrative processing, like one that yours is on. When administrative processing is required, the consular officer will inform the applicant at the end of the interview, okay, just like I was saying, they had to give you something to inform you that you're going to be on administrative processing and what do they need from you. The duration of the administrative processing will vary based on the individual circumstances of each case. At the conclusion of the administrative processing period, the consular officer might conclude that an applicant is non-qualified for the visa for which he or she applied. The officer may also conclude that the applicant remains ineligible for a visa. Visa applicants are reminded to apply early for their visas, well in advance of the anticipated travel date. So this is, like I was saying here, just to get it straight, that most times they will give you that paper and let you know why you're on administrative processing. If they need more documents, they're going to write it on that paper or type it up and let you know what document and what time you need to submit it, the time frame that you have, maybe 30 days, 60 days, or 15 days, you need to submit it. And you have to try your best to do that within that time frame because they're waiting on that process, on that paperwork to complete your processing to prove that you are actually eligible for that visa, just like the writer says here. And this is one thing I like to try. I always advise people to try to avoid. Do your best to avoid getting on administrative processing because that's a complicated situation that, I mean, you just don't want to find yourself in because you really don't have control over that. Sometimes administrative processing goes up to 180 days, 160 days, and sometimes just forever. Okay, like you see right here, important notice. They say, except in cases of emergency travel, like serious illness, injuries, or death in your immediate family, before making inquiries about status of administrative processing, applicants should at least wait 180 days from the date of interview or submission of supplemental documents, whichever is later. So they're just telling you that you have to wait within that 180 days period. If they don't get back to you, then you can call or write, do a follow up or anything to find out about your case. So, yeah, that's your situation. But I always like to advise people do your best to stay away from administrative processing, anything that's going to lead you to administrative processing. If your name, I think I remember you said your name was misspelled on your documents. And that was something that you could have avoided. I mean, I'm sorry that this happened to you, but that was something you could have avoided. Before going to the embassy, you could have gone back to whichever agency issue you that paperwork, taking your birth record or whatever record that your name is rightly spelled on, and you could have done the correction there before going for your interview, before taking that paperwork to the embassy for your interview. So yeah, I'm sorry that that happened to you, but that was a mistake that you could have avoided. So if you watch my videos, most of them, I remind people, make sure your name is rightly spelled. Everything on your all your paperwork matches up. Everything. It has to match up. Because if your name is misspelled, that means it's not you. That's somebody else. Every misspelled name of yours is somebody else's name. So yeah, that I'm sorry, you could have avoided that. And I'm so sorry you're in that situation right now, but yeah, you're gonna have to wait for the processing time. And when the time is over, hopefully you gather whatever document that is and you can submit it. But if the time is over and they haven't gotten back to you, then you're gonna have to reach out to them. So I hope this helps. Stay blessed, stay safe wherever you are. And yeah, let's continue checking up the channel. Since I'm going through this difficulty with my camera, I will continue to do the best I can do to go live. I know a lot of people don't watch my lives yet, but I will do the live and see if I can edit in YouTube Studio and post the video so you guys can be able to get it. And so thank you very much. God bless and stay safe.